Excuse me. Okay, throughout this course, no, you will delve into these discussions. What is accounting? What are the forms and types of organization? What are the terminologies I should know as a marketing or business person? Ano yung accounting equation? Then we will do transaction analysis and the recording process. So we have a lot of things to discuss this period, and I hope na maintindihan natin siya in its most plain language, no? Now, I know some of you might be thinking, sir, pang BSA naman ang accounting eh. Bakit kami sa marketing kailangan pa ng accounting? Okay? Well, kasi nasa business tayo. Nasa business world tayo. So, accounting will always be part of your journey. No? Kapag may negosyo ka, gusto mo bang malaman kung kumikita ka or nalulugi? Kung may business? Of course, yes. No? That's exactly where accounting comes in. Please remember na yung accounting is not just numbers, no? It's actually a very useful skill sa kahit anong business. And even in your personal budgeting, you may apply these accounting concepts. Okay? So to formally start, I just want to know what comes into your mind when you hear the word accounting. What is an accounting to you? I don't need the formal definition ha. Ang gusto ko lang malaman or makuha lang yung insights ninyo if you've encountered this term before, ano yung notion ninyo about accounting. Hannah Sofia.
Ano po, sir, studying about sa mga money matters po.
Money matters. Okay, so kaperahan, no? Pag mukha kang pera talaga, dapat nasa accounting field ka. Anyway, thank you, Hannah. Arnel Gonzalez.
For me, sir, when we are talking about accounting, this is the language of the business that involves recording.
Involves recording.
Yun
Okay.
po.
So mukhang naputol ka sa recording. Actually, tama siya. Doon pa lang sa umpisa, it is the language of business. That is entirely the purpose of accounting. Why is there an accounting? Because accounting is the language of business. No? Maraming definition ng accounting, pero isa sa major definition niya is it is the language of business. Hindi magkakaintindihan ang tao at ang negosyo ng walang accounting. So yan ang magbibigay sa inyo ng anxiety, the SEM. Okay? So I hope na kumapit kayo dun sa magiging discussions natin dahil malingat lang kayo. Posibleng maligaw kayo sa landas. Alright? Just to give you the formal definition. Oh, by the way, sino pa? Jozil? Any idea of accounting?
Ano po, for me yung accounting po, sir, ito po yung nare-record mo yung mga financial transactions mo sa business mo, yung mga assets, liabilities, tsaka owner's equity mo, kung kakaroon ka ba ng net profit or loss sa business mo. Yun po yung sinasabi niyo po na kung kumikita ba yung business or nalulugi na siya. Tsaka kung ano po, ano yung mga dapat na i-take, ano mo, parang gagawin mo para ano po, sir, parang maging okay po yung business mo ulit. Parang gano'n po.
Thank you, Jozil. No? So tama yung punto ni Jozil. Paano ba madidetermine kung nalulugi ka na or may kita ka? Kailangan mo ng accounting. Okay? Kailangan mo ng accounting. And how do we do accounting? Yun ang pag-uusapan natin. Okay? Just to give you the formal definition of accounting, accounting, its function is to provide quantitative information. Quantitative. Ibig sabihin, puro pera, numbers. Primarily financial in nature. Dito na papasok yung pera, yung gastos in terms of money, about economic entities, about businesses that is intended to be useful in making economic decisions among reasoned choices of actions. Ang main function ng accounting is magbigay ng information about sa pera ng business, financial in nature, about the business, na pwedeng makatulong sa pagbuo ng isang desisyon. Lalong-lalo na yung mga may-ari ng business. So basically, accounting helps you to record, it helps you to understand, it helps you to communicate what's happening financially sa isang negosyo. kung may income ka ba, meron ka bang gastos, may utang ka ba. So, para kang doktor, pero instead of using a stethoscope, gumagamit ka ng financial statements para makita kung healthy ba yung business mo. Now, don't worry kasi I know for some of you, this is your first time studying accounting and that's okay, no? Hindi naman natin kailangan maging CPA para maintindihan. What matters is that by the end of this course, you will learn how to track business transactions, how to prepare financial statements, financial reports, and most importantly, how to use those numbers, how to use those reports, how to use those financial statements to make better marketing decisions or business decisions. Okay? Now, sa puntong to, as I said earlier, accounting is more than just a number. No, it's more than just a math. It's actually a process. Tandaan niyo yan. Accounting is a process. It's a systematic process. May step siya na sinusundan para maintindihan mo kung ano talaga yung nangyayari sa isang negosyo financially. Financially. Okay? And yung accounting involves 3 basic steps. May 3 steps for accounting process. Number 1 is identification. Okay? In an accounting world, meron kang first step which is identification. Sir, ano yung ina-identify natin pagdating sa usapin ng accounting? Ano ba dapat yung ina-account natin? The very first step is to identify the economic events. Economic events that are relevant or that are connected to the business. Okay? When I say economic events, ito yung mga nangyayari sa negosyo mo na may financial effect. Meaning, may kinalaman sa pera, sa resources, sa utang mo, sa obligasyon ng business. Okay? So that's the number 1 step. Identify economic events. Hanapin mo yung mga transaction na may kinalaman or magbabago sa pera, sa utang, sa resources ng company. Am I clear with that? Okay? Kasi kung wala naman silang effect sa pera, sa resources, sa utang mo, wala ka dapat gawing accounting. Okay? Mag-start ka ng accounting kapag may na-identify kang economic events. And when I say economic events, ito yung mga events na nagbabago sa pera, sa utang, sa resources ng isang company. Okay, that's number 1 step. You identify economic events. Pag walang effect sa pera, sa obligasyon mo, sa resources mo, then hindi mo pa kailangan ng accounting process. Okay? Let's say, meron kang online clothing shop. Sinong online seller dito? May nag-online selling ba? Wala? Okay, sige. Sabihin natin na may online clothing shop ka. Araw-araw may nangyayari sa business na yan eh. No? Ang tanong, lahat ba ng pangyayari sa business na yan, kailangan mong i-accounting? Kailangan mo bang i-record? Kailangan ba ng accounting dun sa mga events na yon? The answer is, hindi. Hindi ka mag-accounting hanggat walang economic events. Kailangan muna na pumili or kailangan mo munang ma-identify kung alin yung relevant sa accounting. At alin yung mga relevant sa accounting? Yung may economic events. Kailan mo masasabing may economic events? Kapag binabago niya yung pera, resources, obligasyon, yung utang ng isang business. Okay? Magbigay tayo ng situation. Sabihin nyo if may economic event doon. Ulitin ko, kailan mo masasabi na may economic event? Sige nga, kailan mo masasabi na may economic event? Kapag Angel.
Hi, sir. Kapag po may pagbabago po.
Saan?
Sa pera po, sa utang po, sa obligation po, sa resources po.
Sa resources. Okay, very good. Okay, I'll give you a situation. Sabihin ninyo if may economic event doon. Okay, number 1 situation. May customer na nagtanong sa chat, meron po bang size medium nitong shorts na to? Is there an economic event? Doon sa transaction na yun, may nagtanong ng customer, meron po bang size medium na short to? Josil.
Wala po, sir. Kasi nag-inquire lang yung customers ng sizes ng items. Pero walang nagbago, walang sales, walang transaction na nangyari, tsaka wala ding utang yung company sa person
Very
lang
good.
po yun.
Correct. So, walang economic event doon. Nagtanong lang siya. Gumalaw ba yung pera? Hindi. Gumalaw ba yung utang natin? Hindi. Gumalaw ba yung resources natin? Hindi. So, there's no economic event in that situation. Therefore, hindi mo siya kailangan gawan ng accounting. There's no need to record. There's no need to analyze. Okay? So, basically, walang economic event doon. Second scenario. Merong nagbayad sa atin ng 1,200 pesos via GCash para dun sa dalawang t-shirt na in-order niya. Yung pagbabayad niya ng 2,100, is there an economic event? Michelle?
Yes po, economic.
Because?
Dahil po nagbayad na po, naging tumaas na po, nagda-add po ng transaction, valid po yung transaction.
Valid yung transaction. Pero kasi sabi natin, hindi naman lahat ng transaction economic event in accounting purposes. Naging economic event siya kasi nadagdagan
Nadagdagan po yung pera mo.
yung pera, yung resources natin, yung asset ng company. Therefore, it is an economic event. Nung nagbayad siya ng utang or ng binili niya.
Na
Okay?
pinili niya.
Yeah, very good. Next, nag-post ka ng bago mong product sa Instagram. Okay? May bago akong product. Meron akong 3 butas na underwear. Okay? Yung pagpo-post mo online sa Instagram, is there an economic event? Laika.
Good afternoon, sir. Wala po. Kasi wala pong transaction involved, walang nabayaran or binili yung customer pa.
Are you sure? Michelle. Sorry, sige. You can defend na walang economic event doon.
Yes, sir. Kasi wala pa pong transaction na nangyari. Nag-post pa lang po siya eh. Hindi pa po nagkaroon ng sale.
Wala pang sale. Okay. Michelle, do you agree?
Yes po, sir.
Na wala pang transaction. There's no economic event.
Opo, sir. Pero kung may bumili na po, doon na po magkakaroon ng economic events.
Okay, sige. Stick lang tayo dun sa pag-post niya ng photo ng kanyang
Yes po.
bagong product.
Apa.
So, walang economic event.
Wala po.
Okay. Hannah Sofia.
Para sa akin, sir, meron kasi nadagdagan na po yung product niya na, additional product niya sa ano po, business niya.
Nadagdagan yung product niya. Okay. Doon lang tayo sa premise na nag-post lang siya ng kanyang bagong product, ha? Hindi siya bumili, nag-post lang siya sa kanyang social media account. May economic event. Rona.
Sa akin, sir, ano po, wala po. Magkakaroon lang po ng economic event pag nag-boost po siya, pag may babayaran po siya, ganun.
Okay. The correct answer is, walang economic event. Okay? Kasi wala namang nangyari sa pera. Walang nangyari sa resources. Nag-publish ka lang. No? Nabawasan ka ba ng utang? Hindi. Nabawasan ka ba ng cash? Hindi din. Nag-post ka lang. Okay? So, that's the number one critical point in accounting. You have to identify whether may economic event. Next scenario. Bumili ka ng tela worth 5,000 pesos from your supplier. Bumili ka ng 5,000 worth of tela from your supplier. May economic event? Wala. Josil.
Kasi nadagdagan po yung asset.
Nadagdagan yung asset mo. And at the same time, nabawasan din yung asset mo. Kasi bumili ka eh. Lumabas yung pera mo.
Nadagdagan po yung asset. Lumabas yung asset. Parang debit to parang yun nga po. Parang i-sale mo. Tsaka credit po sa cash. Kaya may transaction.
Correct. So, ang point mo is, nagbago eh. Kahit yung net effect niya is 0, may gumalaw sa asset ko. May tumaas, meron ding bumaba. So, it is an economic event. Tama? Okay. What if bumili ka ng 5,000 pesos worth of tela gamit ang utang? Umutang ka lang. Hindi ka nagbayad ng pera. Is there an economic event or no? Erica, Nicole. Nicole?
Hello, sir. So, meron po, sir. Kasi nagkaroon pa rin po, gumalaw po yung utang para ipambili dun sa materials na kailangan.
Very good. Gumalaw yung asset mo and gumalaw din naman yung utang mo. Tumaas yung resources mo, tumaas din yung obligasyon mo. Okay? So may economic event pa rin doon. So that requires accounting already. Okay. Next. Meron kang competitor. Nag-sale siya ng 50%. Will that require an accounting? Is there an economic event? Nag-sale yung competitor mo ng 50%. Siyempre, maalerto ka. Arthur.
Sa tingin ko, sir, yes. Kasi nabawasan yung original price niya. So, gumalaw yung parang pera.
Nabawasan yung original price mo. So, nabawasan yung pera mo. So, kailangan mong i-account, magkaroon ng accounting doon sa pagsa-sale ng competitor mo. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir. Parang ganun po.
Okay,
Kasi
sige.
gumalaw
Thank you.
yung original price eh.
Original price. Tandaan mo ha, hindi ikaw yung nag-sale. Ang nag-sale ay yung competitor mo.
Ay, okay. Sige, sige.
So, meron bang
Mali ako,
economic
mali.
event?
No, sir, no. Competitor
Are you
pala.
sure?
Sorry.
Yeah, competitor na yun ha, competitor. So, wala pa rin bang economic event doon?
Ako pa rin, sir.
Yes.
Ay, sorry. Yung competitor po, no?
Apo.
Wala, sir. Kasi hindi mo naman pera yun, sir eh. Kung bibili ka, gagalaw yung pera.
Okay, sige. Thank you, Arthur. Maria Fe Priza, do you agree na walang economic event doon? Nag-sale ng 50% yung competitor mo.
Hello, sir. Opo, wala pong economic event sa business mo yon. Bali, sa competitor mo po yan, sir. Kasi sa accounting po, ang i-record lang natin is yung changes sa sarili natin na business.
Okay? Sige. I want to hear your opinion, Arnel Gonzalez.
For me, sir, since yung competitor mo naman po yung nag-post ng 50% off and it doesn't directly affect the asset, liability, and equity for your own account, hindi pa rin po natin dapat siya i-account kasi magkakaroon lang ng accounting kapag sa sarili natin nagkaroon ng changes. And since hindi naman tayo yung nag-post ng 50% off, hindi sa competitor po dapat magkakaroon ng accounting.
Okay, thank you. So, the correct answer is, walang economic event. Bakit? Kasi sila naman yun eh. Hindi naman gumalaw yung pera ko. Okay? Kung tumaas man yung sale nila, chill lang ako. Okay? Dahil nag-sale sila, pero wala namang effect yun sa pera ko, walang effect sa obligasyon ko, walang effect sa resources ko. Am I clear? Precious, do you have any question? Wala?
Answer.
Okay, sige. Sige, i-expand pa natin yung example. Now, syempre, kung ikaw may business, tapos gusto mo ng sales lady, additional manpower, sabi mo, oy, gusto kitang i-hire, no? Bibigyan kita ng job offer. Yung pagbibigay ko ba ng job offer doon kay sales lady would trigger accounting. Is there an economic event sa pagbibigay ko ng job offer kay sales lady? Catherine Fombuena. Catherine, we cannot hear you. Siya ba yung hindi natin narinig kanina? Oh, Catherine, I
Yes,
think your
sir.
audio... Yeah, I think your audio is still not working. No. You need to rejoin. Sige. Si Jayan May Sige.
Good afternoon po. Sa paulit po ng question.
So, ang scenario is, merong nag-apply sa'yo na gustong maging part ng, business mo. So, sabi mo, sige, bibigyan kita ng job offer. Yung pag-offer ba nung job will trigger accounting pag bibigay mo ng job offer?
Pagbibigay lang po. Feeling ko po, magkakaroon kasi, syempre, nag-hire ka, so, kailangan pong pasahudin yun. Yun po.
So, yung pagbibigay ko ng job offer to someone is part siya ng economic event. That's
Job
an economic
offer.
event.
Job offer pa lang pala po. So, hindi hire. Feeling ko wala pa po.
Wala pa. Are you sure?
Opo, kasi job offer pa lang. So, pag in-accept niya yun, or natanggap siya, so magagalaw na po yung, tawag dito. Kasi, kailangan pasahudin. Yun po.
Okay, sige. Thank you for your inputs, Jan. Nelson Prudenciado, do you agree? Meron nang gagalaw wala pang gagalaw sa resources mo, so wala pang economic event yung pagbibigay ng job offer?
Yes po, correct po. So, just kasi job offer pa lang po. Unless render na ng work yung empleyado, tapos babayaran mo na siya.
Okay. Sige, thank you. No? The correct answer is there's no economic event to that transaction. Kasi it's just a mere job offer. It's still subject to acceptance ni sales lady. Okay? Kung i-accept na niya at meron na tayong obligasyon na ibigay yung sahod niya, then that's the time na magkakaroon tayo ng accounting. Kasi gagalaw na yung resources, gagalaw na yung pera, gagalaw na yung utang natin. Okay? So, what I really mean dito sa first step is identification is about selecting which business events have a financial impact on the company. Okay, we identify transactions involving money or events that change the financial position of the business. Something that can be measured in pesos. Okay, kapag wala yan, pag hindi naman siya measured in peso, hindi natin yan i-record, hindi natin yan kailangan ipasok sa accounting, hindi yan magpo-proceed sa next step of accounting. Okay? That's why you need to be vigilant. Alin dito yung pasok sa accounting process. Okay? That's the number one step. Identification. Okay, sir. Na-identify na natin yung economic event. Alam ko na may impacto sa pera, may impacto sa financial position, and so on. Anong susunod? What's the second step in accounting process? Ang susunod ay kapag na-identify mo na ang isang event, ang isang economic event ay nandyan, ang next step ay recording. Okay? We proceed with the recording process. Recording means you systematically write down the transaction. Okay? You write down the transactions in the accounting books. Okay? In the proper format. Sa accounting, we record yung transactions in a way that it is organized, it is standardized, it is understandable by the readers or by other users. Kahit ibang tao yung tumingin, basta naiintindihan niya. So, that's how we record. Sir, how do we really record yung mga economic events? Kasi let's say na-identify natin, umakyat yung pera natin, tumaas yung pera natin because of that particular event. How do we record that? Saan natin nire-record? We record that sa tinatawag nating libro. We have what we call books of accounts. Kaya maririnig nyo sa mga may businesses, may libro ka ba? Yung libro na tinatawag nila is yung books of accounts. Literal na libro siya. Okay? Manipis nga lang siya, pero that's the books of accounts. Ano yung formal na tawag sa books of accounts? General journal. Narinig nyo na ba yung general journal?
Yes.
General journal is the books of accounts. Diyan mo nire-record yung mga economic events na na-identify mo sa step 1 mo. Okay? Sa recording process, dito mo na mamimit si debit, credit. Debit, credit. Diyan mo na siya mamimit. I'll give you 1 minute. Can you just search sa Google ano yung itsura ng general journal? Okay? Paki-search ano ang itsura ng general journal? Di na-search na? So sa general journal, mapapansin nyo, may maraming columns yan. Okay? Yung general journal na yan din yung nire-require sa inyo ni BIR. Kapag magsiset up ka ng business, sasabihin ni BIR, o kailangan mo ng journal, kailangan mo ng libro. Okay? Yan yung isang libro na bibilhin mo. General journal. Diyan mo i-record yung mga transactions mo na may kinalaman sa pera. Okay? So, imagine, merong nagbayad sa'yo ng 1,000 pesos for your product. Anong first step? You identify whether it is an economic event. So, you identified na this is an economic event kasi may perang involved. Now, anong gagawin mo? You record it. No? But not just anywhere. You record it in a journal na tinatawag. General journal. Huwag mo siyang i-record sa dahon ng saging kasi hindi yung tatanggapin ni BIR. I-record mo siya sa libro mo. General journal. Sa journal na yan, yung nakikita nyo yung journal sa Google, dyan mo ma-encounter again si debit at credit. So, paano ko malalaman kung debit or credit? Don't worry, later we will dive deeper into that topic. Malalaman nyo kung paano mag-debit credit na. For now, just remember, after identifying, you need to record. Recording is where we translate yung economic event into the accounting language using yung journal entries, using the debit and credit mechanism. Okay? I hope naintindihan so far. Right? Let me know if you have any question, ha? Okay, sir. Na-identify na namin, na-record na rin namin. Anong gagawin namin sa mga journal entries na to? Anong gagawin namin sa debit credit na to? Ito na yung last step. You communicate. Okay? Communication. Sa accounting, hindi sapat na alam mo lang yung transaction. Hindi sapat na debit credit. Tapos na ako. Uwi na ako. You need to share the information in a way that people can understand and use. So, paano natin ginagawa yan? Paano natin kino-communicate yung ni-record nating debit credit? You communicate that through financial reports. You communicate that through financial reports or what we call financial statements. Nakarinig na ba ng financial statements?
Yes.
Okay? Sa mga hindi pa nakakita ng financial statements, meron tayong tinatawag na balance sheet, meron tayong tinatawag na income statement. So, ito ay mga financial statements na tinatawag. Ano yung financial statements? Ito yung summary. Ito yung summary nung journal entries natin. Ito yung summary nung step 2. No? So, nilalagay na natin dyan magkano na yung naging cash natin, magkano yung naging utang natin, magkano na yung natitira pa sa owners. Okay? Makikita mo yan sa balance sheet. Pag hindi yan balance, kasi dapat balance yan, di ba? 47 to 100, 47 to 100. Kaya siya tinawag na balance sheet. Pag hindi yan balance, ang tawag dyan ay balance sheet. Okay? Now, dito sa income statement, dito mo naman makikita kung nagkaroon ka ng kita or gastos. Okay? Again, etong financial statements, yan yung end product ng accounting cycle. Yan yung output mo kapag ikaw ay nasa accounting world. Kailangan mo mag-produce ng financial statements. Para saan tong financial statements? Ito yung language of business. Dito mo maiintindihan kung anong nangyari sa isang business. Paano ba natin magagawa yung financial statements? Well, kailangan mong balikan yung mga ni-record mo sa step 2. Okay? Paano ka ba mag-a-arrive sa step 2? Well, kailangan mo munang i-identify yung mga economic events, which is nasa step 1. Okay? Maliwanag ba tayo sa proseso ng accounting?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Any questions so far? Okay. Hindi nyo pa to probably maintindihan itong balance sheet income statement kasi it's a foreign language to you. No? Hindi nyo pa alam yung lengguwahe ng accounting kaya hindi pa ito familiar sa inyo. Pero we'll try to understand. Susubukan nating basahin kung paano siya binabasa, paano siya iniintindi. But This is how we communicate our business to the reader or users of financial information by preparing the so-called financial statements. Okay? So going back, ang pinakahuling step is communication. Communication means you summarize yung mga journal entries mo, you present, you explain the financial results of the business para yung owners, yung managers, yung mga investors, or even ikaw na empleyado, no, can make better decisions. Okay, so quick recap tayo. What are the 3 steps of accounting process? What are the 3 steps of accounting process? Lynn Rose Homeres.
Hello, sir. Rinig po ako.
Yes.
Hello po. The 3 accounting step po is yung identifying the economic events. Ito po yung kailangan malaman kung or may nabago sa pera, transaction, utang, or obligation. Yung second po is recording. Ito naman po is how to record or paano mo i-record yung debit credit o yung sales mo. Then the third po is the communication. Paano mo or how to communicate through financial statements.
Through financial statements. Very good. Thank you so much, Lynn. All right. Sige. Now, they say that accounting is also a service activity. It's not just a language of business. It's also a service activity. Para saan? Well, accounting exists to serve people who make decisions. Like yung mga business owners, mga managers, investors, government agencies, and even employees. No? Kailangan nila nung financial statements. Okay? For example, si business owner, gusto niyang malaman kung kumikita ba yung negosyo. Si marketing manager, gusto niyang malaman kung effective ba yung promo based sa sales. Si investor, gusto niyang malaman kung worth it ba yung maglagay ng puhunan. Si BIR, gustong siguraduhin kung tama yung tax na binabayaran. Lahat sila umaasa sa accounting information. That's why accounting is not just internal work. It's a service to users of financial information. Okay? And again, sabi natin, ito yung formal definition, no? Oops, sorry. So, ang accounting is, it is a function, no, to provide quantitative information. Ibig sabihin, more on numbers, more on amounts. Hindi lang basta opinion or feelings. Dapat measurable yung information. Primarily, financial in nature. Mostly tungkol sa pera, tungkol sa income, tungkol sa gastos, tungkol sa asset, tungkol sa liabilities. Pero, pwede rin siyang mag-include ng mga non-financial information. Basta meron siyang impact sa finances natin. Okay? About economic entities. About sa business. No? Mga businesses, whether malaki or maliit, parte ka ng accounting process. No? So, para saan yung mga accounting process na to? Para maging kapaki-pakinabang sa paggawa ng economic decisions. Kasi yung goal mo is to provide information that will actually help people. We give them the facts so they can choose wisely. Should we expand? Should we hire more people? Mag-sale ba tayo ulit? All of that needs data. All of that needs accounting data. Okay? And accounting will provide that data. Okay? So, kaya kahit marketing major kayo, accounting is still essential. Why? Because in business, your ideas will always be measured by results, and those results are expressed in numbers, definitely. That's why meron tayong accounting even if marketing majors tayo. Okay. Now that we've learned the basic of the definition of accounting, the steps for accounting, let's talk about something that people often confuse. Bookkeeping and accounting. Narinig niyo na ba yung bookkeeping? May mga businesses na ang hanap lang ay bookkeeper. May businesses na ang kailangan ay accountant talaga. No? Pero for someone na hindi naman accounting major, yung bookkeeping at accounting parang pinag-iisa lang natin ng meaning yan eh. Di ba? Tama ba?
Yes.
Yeah. So, actually, technically, hindi sila parehas. Magkaiba yung role ng bookkeeper sa accountant. Hindi sila interchangeable. Pag sinabi mong bookkeeping, it involves only recording of economic events. Ibig sabihin, kapag may na-identify na tayong business transaction, for example, may nagbayad sa atin ng 5,000 for a service, ang trabaho ni bookkeeper ay i-record lang siya ng tama using yung accounting system. Pwede siyang gumamit ng Excel, no? Gumagamit siya ng general journal, general ledger, or software like QuickBooks, no? Pero hanggang dun lang. Hanggang dun lang siya sa recording. Hindi na siya gumagawa, hindi na siya magpo-proceed to step 3. Hindi na siya gumagawa ng financial analysis or interpretation. In short, bookkeeping is the mechanical and procedural part of accounting. Parte lang siya ng buong accounting system. Okay? Hanggang doon lang siya sa debit, credit, and then tapos na. Bye-bye, uwi na ako. Okay? Yung accounting naman is the entire process. So it includes identifying, recording, and communicating. Ano yung kino-communicate natin? Yung economic events. Isinasummarize natin yung economic events. Yung accountant mo interprets the data, he or she prepares the financial statements, he or she analyzes yung results, and tinutulungan niya yung business to make decisions based on that number. Okay? Now, I will ask you, para kanino ba ginagawa ang accounting reports? Sino yung audience ng financial statements? Sino yung nagbabasa ng financial statements? Sino ang nagbabasa ng financial statements? Benedicto, any idea?
Sa amin, sir, bali sa property management, bali sir yung managers, the same time yung mga CEOs.
Very good. Ang nagbabasa ng financial statements, CEO, managers. Sino pa? Laika.
Yung mga small business owners, sir.
Bakit sila kailangan magbasa ng financial statements ng ibang company?
No, hindi po siya ng ibang company. Like yung sa previous boss ko po, bale wala talaga silang accountant. So, kapag yung bookkeeper na po gumagawa ng lahat, tapos sila, yung yung mismong boss ko po, siya na po nagbabasa ng financial statement po ng ano.
Okay. So, kailangan ng boss mo. So, ibig sabihin yung CEO or yung manager mo ay reader. Siya yung user ng financial information. So, bukod sa CEO, bukod sa manager, sino pa yung nagbabasa ng financial statements? Sa tingin ninyo, sino pa ang kailangan magbasa ng financial statement ng isang company? Hana Sofia.
Yung mga investors po, para
Very
malaman
good.
nila if lumalaki na yung yung sa company or nagkakaroon na po ng increase yung benta nila.
Correct. Yung investor. Kasi syempre, kung investor ka, ang concern mo is, may kita kaya to? Magbibigay kaya sila ng dividends? No? So, investor is one of the users of financial information. Sino pa, sa tingin ninyo? Sino pa ang nagbabasa ng FS? Financial statements. Fe.
Hello, sir. Hello po. Para sa akin po, yung sa BIR, para ma-monitor
BIR.
po.
Correct. Mga government agencies, di ba? Bakit kaya kailangan basahin ni BIR yung FS mo?
Kung nagde-declare po sila ng tamang income nila, para po pa-determine yung tax na babayaran nila.
Very good. Okay. So si BIR, titignan niyo yung financial statements mo kasi ibabangga nila yan sa tax return na fina-file mo. Kasi kung yung financial statements mo nakalagay, sales mo ay 5 million, pero sa tax return mo ang nakalagay lang 1 million, naku patay ka. Penalty ka. So si BIR, kailangan niyang basahin yung financial statement mo. Reader si BIR, user si BIR. Okay? Now, Ang gusto kong ipunto dito is, yung mga readers, yung mga users ng financial information can be categorized into two. Dalawa lang naman ang nagbabasa ng financial statements mo. Tinatawag natin silang internal users at external users. Okay? Again, maraming gumagamit ng financial information and we can group them into two categories. The internal and external users. Si internal users, these are the people inside the organization, sila mismo yung involved sa operation. Kailangan nilang basahin yung financial statement kasi sila yung may control sa operation. Okay, kailangan silang mag-strategize kung ilan yung ibebenta nila, magka-cut ba sila ng cost, etc. So, if that user has influence, has control dun sa operation, kaya niya binabasa yung FS, sila ay tinatawag na internal user. So, internal users use accounting information to plan, to control, and to make day-to-day decisions. Kabaligtaran siya ng external users. Si external users, nakikibasa lang yan. Sila yung hindi parte ng company or hindi sila parte dun sa operation ng company. Pero meron silang interest dun sa financial information kasi pwedeng involved sila dun sa operation. Okay? Let's do a quick check, no? Sabihin ninyo kung internal user ba to or external user. Bangko. Ang bangko ba ay internal user or external user? By the way, bakit ba kailangan basahin ni bangko yung financial statements mo? Anong reason? Bakit nagbabasa si bangko ng FS mo? Any idea? Nelson?
Yes, sir. Sa tingin ko, sir, kaya nila binabasa yung FS ng company is para... Hello? Narinig ba ako?
Yes.
Okay. So, sa tingin ko, sir, kaya binabasa ng mga banks yung FS ng mga company is para malaman nila kung papautangan ba nila yung company, kung bibigyan ba nila ng credit, ganun, or kung mag-invest ba sila or i-acquire nila or mag-partnership sila. Ganun.
Good point, no? Di ba, normally kapag umuutang tayo sa bangko, ano yung mga requirement ng bangko? Unang-una, financial statements. Bakit? Kasi tinitignan nila kung may kakayahan kang magbayad ng loan mo. Tama ba? Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
ang bangko ba ay internal user or external user?
Ano, sir? External.
External user. Kasi nakikibasa lang naman sila. Hindi
Yes,
naman pwedeng kontrolin ni bangko yung operation mo. Diba? Wala naman silang level of influence or control sa operation mo. That's why banks are considered external user. What about government agencies? Like si BIR na sinabi ninyo. Is it an internal or external user? Katrina Cassandra, Kain.
Good afternoon po. I believe
Good
it's
afternoon.
external po since yun, nakikibasa rin po sila to know if the business is compliant sa
Correct.
law.
Ang government agencies, external lang din yan. Kasi ang pwede lang naman sabihin ni BIR is, uy, magbayad ka kasi kulang yung tax na dineclare mo sa FS mo. Okay? Pero walang karapatan si BIR na magsabi na, oy, 3 lang yung ibenta mong puto. O kaya hanggang 10 lang yung turo na pwede mong ibenta. Walang ganong control si BIR. That's why BIR or government agencies are external users. How about managers? Laika Francisco.
Internal, sir.
Bakit siya internal?
Kasi within the group siya, within the company. Tapos may control siya sa company po.
Correct. Kasi ang manager, sila yung nagmamanage ng company. Sila yung may control, meron silang influence kung paano papatakbuhin ng company. That's why they have to read yung financial information. Pag nabasa nila yon, magiging informed yung decision nila. Okay? So managers are internal users. Stockholders. Arnel Gonzalez.
For me, sir, it's external po.
Why external?
Kasi po, kung bibili po ako ng stock, is it worth it po ba to buy a stock or to own a percent po with the company? Profitable ba yun?
Pero Arnel, stockholder ka na. Ibig sabihin, meron ka ng pag-aari, holder ka na nung stock ng company. So ibig sabihin hindi ka lang investor dito. You are already a stockholder. So in that case, internal or external ang stockholder?
External pa rin, sir, kasi I think parang investors din po kasi stockholders kung ano ko pa ba yung stocks ko, i-stay ko pa po ba sa company.
Or ipo-pull out mo na? Ganun.
Yes po.
No? Okay. So ang position ni Arnel, stockholders are external users. How about Hannah Sofia Gintu?
For me, sir, external pa din po. Kasi ano po siya,
External
hindi,
pa rin.
yes, hindi po kasi siya involved sa daily management. Nag-check
Okay.
lang po siya ng profitability and monitor performance po.
Thank you, Hannah. Monica Molato? Do you agree na external? Monica, we can't hear you.
Wala ako, sorry. Nakamute pero.
Go ahead.
For me po is internal po kasi you are stockholder ka na po so meron ka na pong say doon sa business po.
So internal users, stockholder?
Yes po.
Okay, sige. Thank you, Monica. Stockholders are generally external users. Okay? Bakit? Kasi hindi porket may pag-aari ka, involved ka na sa operation. Okay? Hindi porket bumili ako ng stocks ng Jollibee, pwede ko nang utusan na, uy, maggawa kayo ng 1 million pieces of chicken. Hindi ko pwedeng gawin yon kahit na stockholder ako. Kasi ang gumagawa nun ay mga board of directors. Sila yung nagmamanage ng day-to-day operation. Okay? So, being a stockholder will not make you the manager of the company. That's why ang stockholders ay external users. Nakikibasa ka lang ng financial statements para malaman kung worth it ba yung pag-invest ko dito ng stocks? Worth it ba na magstay pa ako sa company na to? Etc. etc. Okay? So stockholders are generally external users. Last one, investors. Are investors internal or external users? Benedictus Soilo.
Ayun, sir. For me, sir, external, sir, yung investors.
Okay. Same logic as stockholders, external din yan. Kasi investor ka lang. No? Hindi mo sila pwedeng i-influensyahan kung paano nila i-operate yung business. Nakikibasa ka lang ng FS nila. Do you guys get my point? Okay. So sa next meeting, itutuloy natin to. Pag-uusapan natin 6 to 10, ano ba sila? Internal or external? Okay? And the next meeting, pag-uusapan na rin natin yung debit, credit. Unti-unti na tayong papasok sa bungangan ng bulkan. Okay? Sorry, I've extended 5 minutes of your time. Marami bang natutunan? May mga na-pick up naman something today?
Yes,
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, before we end our class, do you guys have any clarification or confusion? Angel Paul Matsui?
Yes, sir. Hello po ulit. Sir, dun po sa part na ang ibig sabihin po ng accountant is, di ba po, wait lang, sir! Pero po may sinabi, ganito na lang, sir. May sinabi po kasi kayo na it's all about number. Ang accounting po, rather. Pero po, may sinabi rin po kayo na other else. Ano po yung other else na yun, sir, na parang pwedeng i-record? Ayan.
What you can record is just the financial aspect. So yung may kinalaman lang sa pera. May kinalaman lang sa money. Okay, yun lang yung pwede mong i-record. Kung wala siyang epekto, kung hindi mo siya pwedeng i-measure in monetary terms, then hindi ka magpo-proceed sa recording process. Hindi siya magiging economic event. Okay?
Kumbaga,
I- I-
sir, pera lang po siya. Wala pong
yes.
parang other products, ganyan po.
Yes, yung transaction can be measured in pesos or in monetary value. So dapat meron siyang halaga. Yung halaga ba na yon ay nag-increase ba ng resources natin? Nag-decrease ba ng obligation? And so on and so forth. Okay, so again, sa accounting, ang nire-record lang natin ay yung financial aspect. Yung may kinalaman lang sa pera. Okay? Yung pagbibigay mo ng job offer, hindi mo naman yan masusukat in pera eh. Nagbigay ka lang ng job offer. That's why hindi siya part ng accounting process mo. Okay? Thanks for the question, Angel. Arnel, you have any more clarification?
Nataas lang, sir. Sorry.
Okay. Sige. I'm really sorry if I extended the bit of your time. Jayan.
Wait lang kasi wala po, sir, napindot lang po.
Okay. Sige. Kung wala ng question, we'll have more of accounting terms and exercises sa next meeting natin. I think it's 3 weeks time from today. Doon pa lang tayo mag-meet. No? Napakahaba ng async natin. Hopefully, magbasa kayo, mag-advance reading kayo para hindi kayo maligaw.
Lalagyan na siya ng N-gig.
Okay. Maria Fe, any question?
Hi, sir. Magbibigay po ba kayo ng mga IM or modules
I
para po may
think
mabasa
meron tayong instructional materials para pwede nyong basahin at sagutan during the async classes. Okay? But for our next meeting, we will still continue from this topic. Okay? Sige, pasensya na ulit kung nag-extend ako. Please have a great evening ahead. Pwede na tayong humayo at magpakarami. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you po, sir. Bye-bye.